Let me describe two people. Tell me if either one sounds familiar. Person 1 is 24. First real salary. Direct deposit just hit. After rent and groceries, there's $1,000 sitting in their account with nowhere to go. They feel great for about 48 hours. Then the questions start. Do I invest it? Pay off debt? Just leave it alone? They Google it. Get 17 different answers. 2 weeks later, the $1,000 is gone. Not on anything dramatic. Just gone. Eaten by life. Person 2 is also 24. Same paycheck. Same $1,000. The only difference? Someone showed them the exact order before they had a chance to overthink it. That person is now 34 with $87,000 invested. Not because they earned more, because they knew the sequence. Same starting point. 10 years later, completely different lives. This video is the thing nobody showed person 1. Before the steps, one thing most finance channels never say. If you have $1,000 and don't know what to do with it, that is not a failure. It means nobody ever gave you a clear answer. Invest it all. No. Pay off debt first? No. Build an emergency fund? No. Put it in a Roth IRA. Everyone sounds confident. Nobody tells you the order. The order is everything. Doing the right thing in the wrong sequence can actually make your situation worse. Here's the sequence nobody taught you. Before I give you the steps, let me destroy the 3 pieces of advice you've probably already heard. Myth 1. Just invest it all immediately. If you invest $1,000 and your car breaks down 2 weeks later, you sell those investments at a loss to cover it. Back to zero. The investment failed, not because of the market, but because you had no foundation underneath it. Myth 2. Just put it in savings. A regular savings account pays 0.5% interest in 2026. That's $5 per year on $1,000. Inflation is running at 3%, costing you $30 in purchasing power every year. You're earning $5 while losing $30. Your money goes backwards while sitting completely still. Myth 3. Pay off all your debt first. Paying off a 24% credit card is a guaranteed 24% return. Nothing beats that, but aggressively paying down a 4% student loan instead of investing could cost you hundreds of thousands over 30 years. The interest rate is what matters, not the word debt. The answer isn't invest everything, isn't save everything, isn't pay off everything. The answer is a specific sequence, and I call it the wealth stack. The wealth stack is the exact order to deploy your first $1,000. Each layer protects the one above it. Skip a layer, and the whole thing becomes unstable. Follow it in order, and each layer makes the next one stronger. 5 steps. Let's go. Step 1. Build your starter shield. $300. Open a high-yield savings account, HYSA, and put $300 in it. Do not touch it. In 2026, the best HYSAs are paying between 4.5% and 5% interest. That's $14 per year on your $300 versus $1.50 in a regular savings account. That's not the point, though. The point is protection. The most common reason financial plans fail isn't bad investments. It isn't the stock market crashing. It's a $200 car repair, a $150 medical copay, a $300 last-minute flight home. Without this shield, one small emergency forces you to raid your investments, go into credit card debt, or just give up entirely. Okay, with this shield, that same emergency is annoying, not catastrophic. $300, high-yield savings account. Do not touch it unless a real emergency forces you to, and if you ever do use it, rebuilding it immediately becomes your first financial priority before anything else. Step 2, kill high-interest debt. $200. Take $200 and aim it directly at any debt above 7% interest. Here's why this matters more than you think. The S&P 500, the single most reliable long-term investment most regular people have access to, returns an average of roughly 10% per year. That's the benchmark. That's what we're trying to beat. If you have a credit card charging you 24% interest, paying it off is a guaranteed 24% return on your money. Guaranteed. No market risk. No waiting. Immediate. There is no investment on earth that reliably beats paying off 24% debt. Not one. The rule is simple. If your interest rate is above 7%, pay it off aggressively. If it's below 7%, like most student loans or car loans, invest instead. The math favors investing over paying down low interest debt when you have time on your side. Take $200 from your $1,000 and aim it at your highest interest debt today. Step 3, capture free money, $100. This is the step most people skip, and it might be the most expensive mistake in personal finance. If your employer offers a 401k match, this step is non-negotiable. Here's how it works. Your employer matches 4% of your salary. You contribute 4% of your paycheck. They add another 4% for free. Your money doubles before the market does a single thing. That's a 100% instant return. If you are not contributing enough to get your full employer match, you are voluntarily giving yourself a pay cut. Every single paycheck. No 401k at your job. Open a Roth IRA instead. In 2026, you can contribute up to $7,000 per year. The money grows completely tax-free. Put this $100 in as your very first contribution. Capture every dollar of free money available to you before you move to step 4. Every dollar you leave on the table is permanently gone. Step 4. Start investing. $300. Now, and only now, you are ready to invest. Notice what we did first. We built a protection layer so emergencies don't destroy us. We eliminated the debt working hardest against us. We captured every dollar of free money available. Now, every dollar we invest has a real chance to compound without being interrupted. Here is exactly what to buy and where to buy it if you are a complete beginner in 2026. Open an account with Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. All three are completely free. All three are trustworthy. Pick any one of them. Inside that account, buy one fund, a total market index fund or an S&P 500 index fund. At Fidelity, it's called FZROX or FSKAX. At Vanguard, it's VTI or VTSAX. At Schwab, it's SCHB or SWTSX. That's it. You don't need to research individual companies. You don't need to time the market. You don't need to understand everything before you start. An index fund in plain English. Instead of betting everything on one company, you own a tiny piece of every major company in America at the same time. When the overall economy grows, you grow with it. Now let me show you what your $300 actually does over time. If you invest $300 today at age 22 and never add another dollar at the historical average return of 10% per year, that $300 becomes $5,240. By the time you're 52, 30 years, without you doing anything else. But here's the part that changes how you think about money forever. Your second $300 invested doesn't take as long to grow as your first, because now you have that first $300 working alongside your new contributions, generating its own returns. Your third $300 grows even faster. The math starts working for you instead of against you. The longer this runs, the more automatic it becomes. Step 5, lock the foundation, $100. This last step isn't an investment, it's a system. Set up an automatic transfer today. The day your paycheck hits, before any bill, before any spending, before you even check your balance, a scheduled transfer automatically moves money from your checking account into your savings and investment accounts. You set it up once. It runs every single paycheck forever. You never have to rely on willpower or remembering or discipline. Most people save what's left over after spending. Wealthy people spend what's left over after saving. That one sentence contains a decade of financial progress. Start at $50 per paycheck. If that's all you can do right now. The amount matters less than the habit. You can increase it later. The system is what matters. Now let me show you why your first $1,000 matters more than any other $1,000 you will ever save. Two people, Marcus and Jordan, both 23, both earning $45,000 per year. Both have their first $1,000 saved right now. Marcus follows the wealth stack today. Starter shield, debt payoff, 401k match, index fund, automatic transfer setup, done. He keeps contributing $150 per month going forward. Jordan waits. He'll start when he understands investing better. He'll start next month. Next month becomes next year. 3 years pass. Then Jordan starts. Same $150 per month, same index fund, same returns. At age 55, Marcus has approximately $612,000 invested. Jordan has approximately $431,000. The difference is $181,000 from a 3-year delay. That's not a typo. Jordan didn't do anything wrong during those 3 years. He wasn't spending recklessly. He wasn't making terrible decisions. He was just waiting for the perfect moment to start. The perfect moment was the moment he had his first $1,000. That moment is right now for you. Picture yourself at 60 years old. In one version of that future, you're sitting somewhere comfortable on a Tuesday morning. No alarm, no commute, no boss checking on you. You're looking at your investment account, not with anxiety, but with the quiet confidence of someone who made small, consistent decisions for decades and let time do the rest. In the other version of that future, you're still working, not because you want to, because you have to, because somewhere in your 20s you kept waiting for the right moment to start. And every year you waited, the gap between where you were and where you needed to be got a little wider and a little harder to close. Both versions of you started with the same first $1,000. The gap between them wasn't created by income. It wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It was knowing the wealth stack and using it before the money disappeared. You now know it. 5 steps. Starter shield first. $300 in a high yield savings account. Kill high interest debt. $200 toward anything above 7%. Capture free money every dollar of your 401k match. Start investing $300 into a simple index fund today. Lock the foundation. Automate everything. Follow that order. Don't skip steps. Don't wait until you understand everything perfectly. Nobody ever understands everything perfectly. Start with what you have. Start today. Your first $1,000 doesn't build wealth. It builds the person who does